Our global culture has a fascinating new look to it. The West, for long, has set the cultural and intellectual agenda for the world, but now the East is coming to the limelight as well. Asia today claims a cultural and intellectual authority all of its own. In the 20th century, most Americans got a taste of Asian culture, but just a taste. If you went to a local mall, that taste may quite literally be Panda Express. Asian cultures were somewhat exotic, somewhat stereotyped, but never given full context. Today, the scenario is vastly different. Recently, Malaysian actress Michelle Yeoh won the Oscar for Best Actress, the first Asian ever. A Korean production, Squid Game, became Netflix's most popular show ever. So you may ask me, what is driving Asia's rising cultural and intellectual expansion? It has to do with Asia's rising economic power. There have been massive changes in the income period. By 2030, Asia expected to have 5 times as many high income households as it had in 2000, an absolute number higher than the West. And with that comes a demand for more convenience and better quality of life. No wonder Asian businesses strive to be more innovative. Asia, of course, is incredibly diverse. I would argue that this very diversity, makes this shift even more profound and prolific. For long, we created Asian workers through outsourcing and factories. Today, however, many Asians are intellectual leaders. They're bypassing jobs with Western multinationals to start new ventures, and that's a big shift. Many students who come to the West to study are eager to go back home because they spot opportunities in their own countries, and this is disrupting entire industries. Take Alipay. In China, it does 100 times more transactions than PayPal. I could give you countless examples across industries, but instead I want to step back and talk about the broader intellectual contributions Asians are making. As a consultant, I deeply believe in the power of three, so I'm going to give you three of them. First, Asian companies are investing in at-scale solutions with attractive unit economics. Take climate change. Asia has more polluted cities than any other region and produces roughly half of the planet's carbon footprint. Driven by adversity, Asian companies are investing at scale in solar production and battery storage. Second, Asia's intellectual contribution is rooted in the collective good. Young Asians maintain close ties with their families throughout their lives. For them, the group matters as much as the individual. So when Western companies talk about social purpose and multi-stakeholder orientation, remember Asia embodied that first. Asia didn't copy it. Asia pioneered it. It's fine. Which brings me to the third contribution, what I call a leaf log mindset. Take healthcare. Asia represents 60% of the world's population and more than half of the burden diseases like diabetes and cancer. Asian countries cannot simply replicate the Western path. It's too expensive and not always effective. They must leapfrog, creating healthcare that costs less, achieves better outcomes, and accomplishes more. So, what does Asia's rising cultural and intellectual influence mean for the world? In the short term, yes, there may be disruption, but in the long term, there will be progress for everyone. As Asian culture moves westward, and as Asian ideas take root, our lives will become more diverse, more interesting, and frankly, more fun. Our societies will be more resilient as we face climate change or future pandemics. We'll have two paradigms, not just one. So let's embrace Asia's new place in the world. Thank you.